to the Mind Pursuit podcast, where we talk about anything and everything around the human mind. I'm your host, Masin Zuki, hosted at Mint at Moa. Feel free to check it out and thank me later. I am still with Sam. We are exploring, I don't know about you, but for me, I am getting challenged. I am learning. What is happening with you as you listen to Sam's story? Please feel free to put it in the comment section below. So yes, I've understood your career. Mm-hmm. You're flying, the easy like me, I'm gonna commit meetings back to back. Yes. You can't relate. Maybe after 3 years, ndio mnapatana or not.
You don't do meetings. Unless when you do meetings, there's something wrong.
Yeah. Oh, you're being reprimanded.
Not necessarily. Kind of like something happened. Can you come and shed a little bit more light?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But other than that, you don't get to see people.
So tell me more. Like, you were balling in your early 20s. Psychologically, now as I look at it, your mind is not fully developed.
Yeah.
You're acting with your emotional brain, whereby it is about immediate gratification. I want it and I want it now. But for you, and also coming from your background of there was financial insecurity. So what is it that made you to be grounded as far as your finances are concerned?
I like the way it's just called poor financial security. That's like a bougie word. So again, mentors come in. Yeah. So one of the things that happened was you'll find that we're talking about let's go for a hike, and people are talking about 500, 1,000, and 600, and people are like, no, I know a place where we can save 20 bob. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, you know, for that point, 500, 1,000, it's not a problem to you. You guys are going back and forth about 500, 1,000. So you find that slowly you're gravitating from that setup. Then you're going towards the people you can have the same conversation financially. But those people who you can have that conversation based on what I'm earning, the people are 10, 15 years ahead. So with that, they're able to give you their life 15 years ahead, 10 years ahead.
Speed.
So you start seeing what at 23, I'm starting seeing what people at 40, 35, 40 are seeing. And one of the things they kind of like come and tell you eventually, it's not about money, it's about you. It's not about money, it's about you.
Yes.
So I get to realize, okay, it's not about money, it's about me. It's not about money, it's about me.
Yes.
So this money should not define me.
You. Yeah.
And that's the advantage I got from those people who had gone ahead.
That speed.
Yes. Had I also been in a group of now my age mates who are just like, let's YOLO, let's ball together, then I wouldn't have got that wisdom. Yeah.
Wow. So mentors.
And that's why when it comes to mentorship, I still make a call. Any mentor out there, anybody who has gone through anything, it is your responsibility to reach out to the mentees and work with them. It is not up to them to come and look for your knowledge and your wisdom. Because you're the one who needs me. No. It's the other way around for mentorship to work.
Wow. Yes. So it's for you to see the need and reach out.
Reach out.
Wow.
Because even you wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for someone. And if you have been there out of your own effort, it's because of pain and going through a lot of mistakes, which we don't want everybody to go through. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's powerful. I hear a lot of this, especially with the mentors. Because now for me, I learn a lot. I work most of my friends are way older than me, like let's say 10, 20 years older. Those are the people that I hang out with a lot. And one thing I hear them say most times is when you look at the generation that is there, the young generation, and in as much as you're saying they need to reach out, they feel like this generation, they don't want to listen to anyone. What would you say about it?
I won't dispute the fact, but I may dispute the approach. And I'll make this statement: the person who needs mentorship the most appreciates it the least. So when you understand that, then it means it's you to find a way of packaging that mentorship in a way that is acceptable to them.
Because you have more insight than they do.
Yes. Oof. You know. So nobody, a mentee cannot rise to your level. It's you to fall
to their level.
Then together rise up.
Wow.
And that involves a lot of love.
Yeah.
And trust me, mentorship is a dirty job. It's a dirty job. It's a very, very dirty job because you have to go down there and stay with them. And mentorship costs you, the mentor.
Yeah.
Not the mentee, it costs you, the mentor.
Yeah.
So it's a price to pay. However, the benefits of a well-mentored person also accrue to you as a mentor.
Oh, deep.
Yeah. But the first part is you will suffer loss, not them. Because what they tell you is like when like we go to schools, you're talking to kids, and then you hear somebody says, and of course sometimes kids you're talking and they're talking.
Yeah.
Somebody says, you know, I'm a very busy man. I've left my work to come and talk to you guys, and that you're busy. Then they look at you like, so you go back to your work.
Go back. Yeah, like why are you here?
Why are you here? We're in class.
That seems like an alpha,
like just
like they speak their minds. Like, why are you here?
Why are you here? However, when you realize that it is your responsibility to be appealing to them, then in a way your mind is configured in a way that you deliver the mentorship in a manner that's acceptable to them. So the same thing happens between parents and their teens.
Yes.
Because for me, I'm a parent. I know what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
And I know if you listen to me, you'll end up being well.
Yes.
But the way I'm packing it, the way I'm packing it is not palatable to the teen. That's why I find you're talking to your teen, they are not listening to you. Then they go talk to someone else.
Yes.
Then they listen. Then they're like, I was telling you the same thing. They're like, no. It's not the content, it's the context, how you package it. It must be palatable.
Yeah, to them.
And that's not their responsibility.
Yeah.
That's your responsibility.
Wow. And speak a bit to even the people in the religions, in the religious space. Because it's something you said behind the scene that I really liked. Like in terms of evangelism and how they are ministering to this generation as we speak. What would you say?
All right. So when I minister to this generation, I know you've walked with God.
Yeah.
And even the Bible says, taste and see that the Lord is good.
Yes.
And you've tasted him and you found him to be good.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yes.
They have not tasted him.
Yeah. They don't know.
they don't know him. You know. So don't come with this thing like, you don't know how God has been good to me. Yes, they don't know.
Yeah.
So the only way they can know how God is good is by how they relate with you.
Yeah.
And this generation, unfortunately, they will not be led with spirituality at the forefront.
Oof. Yes.
You know, like we need to pray. They're like,
why?
And the truth is truth. Sometimes they look at them, richest people, people who are considered successful. None of them is a Christian. None of them prays. So this God you're telling us, really, you know,
he exists.
That he exists. So you must lead them from a point of value. Then once they attach the value, they're like, all right, so this value, where is it coming from? Then it points them to Christ. That's why Paul says, follow me as I follow Christ.
Wow.
There was something about Paul as a person.
Yes.
That was like, even him just talking.
Yes.
Talking alone.
Yeah.
Was like, guys were like, all right, because when he went somewhere like Athens, people heard him talk. Then they came and say, there's another guy coming up with some new theories. I go bring him, we question him.
Yeah.
Him just talking was good enough. Then as people are drawn to his talking, then he points them to Christ.
So our art of delivery in ministry
It has to
ought to change.
It has to change.
For us to win souls for Christ.
Yes.
Young souls in particular for Christ.
Particularly those. Because they are drawn to value first. They're drawn to what is glittering. And it may sound bad. If the Christ in you is not glittering, they won't be drawn to that Christ.
Yeah, they will resent.
They resent that Christ.
Yeah.
You know, like when we used to be young, and then somebody will say, so many mkwe kama mimi. And they're like, hey, you look at them. After you saw me. Because you don't look good to you know. But that person was actually saying, study, get knowledge, get all this good so that you can advance in life.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at you. There's nothing nice in you. You know. So I'd rather not study. So if you're saying, if you don't look at someone of value and you're saying Christ is in you, then I don't want that Christ. You know, and that is the generation we have to minister to. Yeah.
Wow, that's powerful. Tell us about your entrepreneurship. What do you do to because you do a lot with young people.
Right. What do I do with the young people? So, I have been working with teens from 2009.
Okay.
Right? Just mentoring them and sitting with them, having conversation and everything. And as you talk with teens, for me, having been mentored by my high school teacher, I knew I have to mentor. Yeah. So I gave myself to teens. And I've taught Sunday school. Yeah. For years. Yeah. I've been with those teens. I have gone to schools. I've done career days and all those things. But even as you sit with teens, and more so now when you're having those one-on-one conversations, you realize that whatever issue these teens are going through, if you don't bring in their parents into the equation, absolutely, then some of the benefits you have will be eroded. And on two aspects. One is some of the problems the teens have is with their parents or has been caused by their parents. So even if I help you, I've not solved the parent. Yeah. Then secondly is sometimes you may help a teen, the teen becomes empowered, but is the parent empowered to deal with an empowered teen? Oh, yeah. You know, because now this teen has discovered who they are, and they are willing to chart their way forward. Then they go to the parent, and the parent is like, the parent feel like the teen is challenging them, or is challenging their decision, or is trying to tell them, give me space to make a decision. They're like, no, you don't make a decision, I make a decision for you. So the parent ready to deal with this. So eventually you're like, okay, let me bring in the parents on board. And as you keep on working, you realize now in schools, and this is a big problem that schools have, the problem that parents and teens have at home is dumped to the school. And you know, the parent expects, because I brought this child to school and I'm paying school fees, and some of that school fees is not cheap, then I expect you to sort this child from Alpha to Zulu, from A to Z, everything. But you see, schools were not built to deal with parenting. Schools are there to teach you maths and physics and geography and science and all those good things. Schools are not meant to teach your child what I may call discipline and manners. So you find that schools are also struggling on how to deal with these teens. And you may find that academic is going down, in discipline is going up, and all those things. But those are just indicators of what the real problem is. And it's basically a problem whereby there's a disconnect between a parent and a teen. So if I'm that part of the deal, or some of the things I do also is to go to school and also to help in that aspect. So my mentorship is based on helping a teen discover two things. Discover your identity and discover your purpose. Wow. When those two things are sorted, everything else aligns. When you see a teen who is quote unquote lazy. You know, they're like, when teachers will say, this one's a very bright kid, but they're not studying. The reason they're not studying is because they've not found anything worth studying for. There's nothing that they're aiming for. And when you're aiming for nothing, then the best thing to do is to sleep and play games and do all that. So this is a kid who have not discovered who they are. They don't discovered what they want. When you find someone who's maybe abusing substance, if you know who you are and you know where you're going, then you know this substance I'm abusing will not help me get there. Nobody needs to tell you stop abusing it. You will stop. So we will do everything with schools, from leadership training, career training. We'll do what is it called? Team building with them. We'll even come and help them deal with issues, probably that substance abuse issue, emotional intelligence issue, bullying, and so on. But even as we do that, everything must point down to identity and purpose. No matter what you're doing, it must point down to those two things.
Absolutely.
Because any kid who has these things sorted, then they're good. Then when it comes to now the parents, when I do coaching, I do what we call transformational coaching. Again, transformational coaching has got only two things. One is awareness. And secondly is goal setting. So let's say a parent will come and tell me there's something wrong with me and my teen on this area. My work is to create awareness, because one of the biggest things is parents don't understand teens. Parents don't understand things. I'm not saying parents are wrong. Parents don't understand teens. And much of the stuff that parents are trying to give to the teens, they are not even much. All of it is 100% legit good stuff. But because this parent does not understand the context in which this teen is operating, then they are delivering that content in the wrong context. I'll give you an example. When you are growing up, you are told, work hard so that you can get a good job. Okay. And for some of us, it worked. We worked hard, we got good jobs. Now, these teenies, they are working hard not to get a job. Because to them, the job is slavery, the job is being under the matrix, the job. So how do you pass the whole idea of working hard?
Like the job is not appealing to them.
It's not appealing to them. So you are saying work hard and get a job. And it's true. Working hard, getting a job worked for you. So the question is, if you understand the teen, how will you package hard work? Because it doesn't matter this era or that era, hard work has to be there. There are no two ways about it. So how do you package it? So you may find that instead of telling this teen, work hard, study hard, we'll be like, tell me, what do you want to achieve? I want to be a cook. All right. So let's work hard at being this cook. So we're gonna start with every kind of dish. Then let's do all these things. So it means that kwa hii nyumba, you're the one who's going to be cooking. Because if you're gonna be a cook, you better learn how to cook. You know?
Absolutely.
Then it means that if you're gonna be a cook and cooking for us those exotic dishes, you must learn how to go and source them cheaply. You know, you must learn how to go and source them cheaply. Now, the day they become a chef, that's the work of a chef. To ensure that as you're producing food, you're producing at low cost so that you can make profit margins and the business runs. So hard work, is it still the same? Yes, but the way we deliver has to be different. So that understanding, that awareness, we must create. Then once you've created the awareness, I ask the parent, what are you going to be your goals for the next 1 week, for the next 1 month? And we move step by step. So we create awareness for them to understand their teen, then create a goal to change their attitude towards their teen. And this is it for parents. Just like we said in the mentorship, it is not the responsibility of the teen to understand that they need the parent. And if you're waiting for your teen to understand how wise you are, you're gonna wait for too long. You know, it's not the work of the teen. It's you who is knowledgeable. It's you who is wise to come down to their level.
That's true.
Then rise up with them. Okay. So in this space, I've written books.
Wow.
Books for teens. So I have a book called Teen Sage. Teen Sage is just basically two words, teen and sage, whereby a teen can be able to make good decisions.
Yes.
Like a sage is a wise old man or a guru. So can a teen at their young age being able to make good decision like a sage? And the reason I came with Teen Sage is what my teacher gave me. Because when I was young, at Form 2, Form 3, my mind was in campus and way ahead. I was able to make decisions like an adult. Not because I'm good, because of his work. So that book is for teens. We have volume 1 and volume 2, which is out. We're working on volume 3 and volume 4. It's a workbook and it's a read as you write for the teen. It helps them reflect upon their lives. And again, just like my coaching for parents, it creates awareness and goal setting. Every time, create awareness, goal, set goal. Now that you know, what are you going to do? Now that you know, what are you going to do? Now that you know, what are you going to do? So that's for teens. Then I have Winning with Their Teen, which is now for parents. Just helping them to win with their teen. You don't have to be at loggerheads with your teen. No. Actually, contrary to popular belief, teens crave the validity of their parents. They crave that. And sometimes when you see a teen doing some funny thing, they're just trying to get your attention, to get that validity from you. They crave it, you know. So teens or winning with their teen allows you to just know how to give it to them. And the goal is, my goal as far as parenting, coaching parents of teens is concerned, my goal is one. Can you become the most trusted voice in your teen's life? And I'll say this, and it may sound bad. I have dealt with many teens in their thousands. When you bring a teen to me, he becomes another statistic. But your teen is not your statistics. And even in school, when a school runs and has got about 100 students in a class, if 2 of them abuse drugs, they say we have a 98% drug free. But will you say my child is 98% drug free?
It's your child.
It's your child. It's one and only. So for me, I want to empower parents because they have already invested a lot in these teens. And for you as a parent, your teen is not a statistic. It's my one child. Even if you have 3 teens, you don't look at them like, I have 3, if one goes wrong. No, each child is your child. Absolutely. And that's why I'm so much out to empower parents so that they can empower their teens. It's a shortcut for me reaching out 1 million teens than me going to the teens directly. And already as a parent, you've invested a lot. What I'm just trying to help you ni investment yako isikunywe maji. Because you've already invested. Don't allow your investment to go down.
Parents, you may need to buy those books. Teen Sage, Winning with Your Teen. Amazing book. Where can they get in contact with you if they wanted to purchase?
So I'm setting up a site. It will be up like in a week's time. Sambeki.com. Just go there. You'll get the books.
Oh, that's amazing. Before we wrap up, one last thing. As you've done a lot and you're doing a lot, and congratulations. We have to save this society. We have to contribute to the wellness of the society. How do you balance all this with family? Because you're married to a lovely wife and you have 2 lovely children. 3. Where? I need to keep up.
2 are the ones who are working. That one's a bit young. 3 lovely children.
How are you able to strike a balance between those? Working and family?
I think you need to know your bedrock.
Okay.
And for me, my bedrock is actually my relationship with my wife.
Oh, wow.
You know, that's my bedrock. Because when your relationship with your spouse is good, your home is a good place to be.
Oh, that's powerful. Yes.
Okay. So, even if I go away, I know everything is okay at home. And that peace is what allows you to do everything else. So, yes, there's that good thing of time management and all those things, but time management are like pieces of this thing. But what binds them is the peace that you have. And that peace can only come if you have a good relationship with your spouse.
Oh, that's deep.
You know, so me and my spouse, are we good?
Yes.
If you're good, it gives you the strength to go out. It launches you to go and do whatever you have to do.
Yeah.
You know, so I won't say like, oh, there are these time management techniques in it. Those are good. But good relationship with your spouse. Then good relationship with your spouse triggers to a good relationship with your children.
Yeah.
You know, because there are some things like my wife has held the family very well.
Yeah.
She handles everything very well. You know. And because we have a good relationship, I know what I'm supposed to do. She knows what she's supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, she does her work excellently. I do my work excellently, you know. And everybody is working together towards a common goal. So that good relationship trickles to your kids. Because when the two of you are good, there is love in that house.
That's true.
And the kids just plug into that house.
And you give kids stability.
You give them that stability.
Oh, yes.
You see?
Absolutely.
So, like right now we're doing is my kids are outside.
Yeah.
So I can walk with them.
Yes.
And I can, everything I do with them.
Yes.
And they're young, but I don't think they're old. Like they're young. But one of the things I've also purposed to do is I will walk with my kids everywhere I go.
Wow.
For them to see everything I do.
Yes.
You know, so that I don't have to sit with them for a talk.
Yeah.
We talk as we move and we do everything.
Yeah.
And it's biblical. Because somewhere in Deuteronomy say, teach them this thing as you walk, as you lie, as you sit, as you eat. So it means that they are constantly learning from me, but they're learning through observation.
Absolutely.
And if you ask them, they're like, yeah, we went out with daddy. So we spent time.
Yeah.
So I tag my kids through all these things. And then also eventually, because I know they need to learn about life.
Yes.
And they're not going to learn about life by me sitting them down and talking with them. It's total waste of time.
Yeah.
And even when it comes to parents, until many parents try to do that. You know, like we need to sit down and have the talk.
Yeah. It doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work.
For this
and you've taken, and I'm a bash parent on this. You're a parent, you have teens in the house. You take your car, you drive to the supermarket, you shop, you come back up, come back home, and then the best you can tell them is help me carry this thing to the house.
Yeah.
It's not right. When I'm going to shop, I don't care what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't care if you have assignments.
Yeah.
Find out how to finish them.
Yes.
We are going to shop.
Wow.
They walk with you every part. You know, so that they can see, last week we bought this packet of sugar for 200 bob.
Yeah.
Now it's 220.
Yes.
There you've taught them about inflation.
Yeah.
Without having to teach them
what
sit
inflation,
down, what inflation is.
That big term.
You know.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, there's something called inflation.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
So when I tell you to work hard so that you can earn good money, it's because of this. Because if you don't have good money, someone else is working hard to take your money by increasing prices of things. Now they understand, okay, now when my dad or my mom tells me to work hard, there's a correlation of why I'm telling you to work hard. Rather than me coming to sit you down, let's have a talk about working hard. So I carry my kids everywhere.
Wow.
You know, and then in that case, you're able to balance all these things. But the bedrock your relationship with your spouse.
Spouse, that's powerful.
Don't go out there and help other people and your house is on fire. Sort your house first.
So family needs to take priority over
Yes.
your life.
Yes.
Very, very important.
Yes, and it's not about quality time, because I don't believe in quality time. It's about time, and it's more of quantity time. You know, so when I'm not having a gig or when I'm not doing anything, sometimes I can stay in the house the whole day, not even going out of the front door. So a whole day, we just spend, me and my wife. Of course, the kids are there, but I am there.
Yes.
It's about time.
Presence.
Presence. Not this thing about quality time. There's nothing like quality time, just time. You know, and if you can carry your kids wherever you're going, carry them. It's about time. Just create that time and integrate them in everything
that you
do.
Wow, what a way to stop this conversation. It has been a really enriching conversation, and I like what you said. It's presence.
Yeah.
Actually,
presence.
the golden aspect or that thing that is unique that parents need to hold is actually presence. And the relationship between the spouse plays a huge role in the children being mentally healthy. So things don't go wrong, they start wrong.
Yeah.
So in relationships even, they start wrong, they don't go wrong. So as parents, let's be challenged. Our children, mentorship starts when they are young. They absorb who you are, they absorb what you say, they absorb how you say it. And that's why I say mental health struggles don't skip generations. They get inherited in silence. So for you, a challenge to you as a parent, are your children embracing or are they sort of soaking in mental wellness from how they see both of you relating? Or are they struggling with trauma because the home environment is not as conducive for them? I hope you will be you'll be able to take that up and be intentional about ensuring that you raise your children in a mentally healthy environment and you become a safe space. And how you do that, imagine, is being present. That is where we begin. So be present in your child's life, be present in your spouse's life, be present in the people you love, be there. So thank you so much for this. I really, truly am grateful for you coming. So feel free to check out the books, purchase the book, feel free to reach out to Sam, and I know that you are going to be blessed even as you do that. So it's been nice having you. Remember to subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, and see you on the next one. Bye.